So here we're given the graph of a trig function and we want to write the equation, and it looks like we want to write it using a cosine. So the first thing we want to do is figure out where the baseline is, figure out a line through the middle of the graph that it's oscillating about. And it looks like that line is right here, so that we go above the line by 3 and below the line by 3. So we know our amplitude is 3. So we have cosine, or c of x, equal 3. Cosine, we'll figure out the omega and the phi, but it looks like our baseline, we are moved down 2. So this is going to have a negative 2 on the end. All right, now we want to figure out the omega, and so we're going to need to know the period to do that. So let's pick a maximum point right here, follow one complete cycle till we're over to another maximum, and figure out how far apart those are. It looks like that's 8 and another 6, so the period is 14. So we know 2 pi over omega needs to equal 14. Let's solve that for omega. So let's multiply both sides by omega, and then we are going to divide both sides by 14. So it looks like our omega equals 2 pi over 14, which is pi over 7. So we can put that in. We have pi over 7x. And now we need to figure out our phase angle. So let's first look and see what our phase shift is. So normally when we're sitting at 0, or the baseline, if it's moved down, the cosine is at its maximum. So normally it would have been up here at its maximum, but it's not. The maximum is over this far. So it looks like that is shifted to the right by 6. So our phase shift is 6. Our phase shift comes from taking omega x plus phi equals 0 and solving it for x. So negative phi over omega, and that needs to equal 6. Let's go ahead and put in our omega that we found. That was pi over 7. So we're going to multiply both sides by a negative 1 to get rid of the negative there. And then we're also going to multiply both sides by pi over 7, so that will cancel here, and that will bring it over there. So it looks like our phi equals negative 6 pi sevenths. So we want to come inside the parentheses here and put negative 6 pi over 7. There is the equation that we see graphed.